actually don't understand what it is.
Well,
Because like money,
Ethereum and like Cardano and stuff and like Bitcoin are like the base layer. So like everything is like, but everything is like based off Bitcoin. So if like Bitcoin drops, like every other coin's gonna drop.
really.
But Bitcoin does well, every other coin's
So
probably
is
gonna
it
do well.
like a coin? It's mined.
Like yeah, honestly, I should probably know this better. I don't even think I don't. Bitcoin's mined,
Like
obviously.
where does it come from?
So like every, like now I think it's at every 10 minutes like a block is introduced for Bitcoin, and like the miners have to like solve. It's not like they're solving an equation, but they have to find a sequence of numbers, and if they get that right, then they're awarded 6.25 Bitcoin, whatever, which is like. Well, now it's a different number, but when I first was learning this, that was like around like 300,000 or something
Yeah.
dollars. And then like they can release it to like public or whatever they can do. But most of them don't hold it because like, and there's this whole like ethical side with Bitcoin, how it wants to be like the currency of the world because it's decentralized. You know, like some man in a suit controlling it
all. So what does it mean decentralized?
Like there's just not like we have like the Fed here that like prints our money, deals with inflation, and like the U.S. Treasury or whatever, who like they control like our fiat currency, which is like the U.S. dollar, but which is like also the world reserve currency. So that is centralized because somebody's dictating like how it is managed, how it is released, all that. But like Bitcoin, there's no person in charge of it. Like you had Satoshi who like created it.
Mm-hmm.
He like owned 1 million Bitcoin or something. Then all of a sudden he disappeared.
He just disappeared.
Yeah, no one knows who he is. And like in his like white paper, which was like what was explaining Bitcoin and like its purpose and everything, still didn't like identify himself. No one has any idea who he is. And then like there's only going to be like 21 million Bitcoin ever created because it's supposed to be deflationary. So like when we're printing, we can print endless amount of money. Like with all these like stimulus checks or whatever, and like the spend, like the I don't even know what it was. It was like $900 billion, and like stimulus is gonna like be spent on different programs and shit all over the U.S. That's gonna fuck us because there's gonna be a lot of inflation.
Yeah.
I know the Fed tries to keep it at like 2% every year, which is normal, but it's we don't know what's gonna happen because our spending habits are not great lately. And I think like it was like output and like our GDP and stuff, and like Gini coefficient has been like okay for right now, but honestly people don't know how that's gonna play out in the next year. But like again, back to Bitcoin, it's decentralized and deflationary, so there's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin, and one Bitcoin can be divided into like literally like as much as possible.
Yeah.
So like right now I think it's one Bitcoin is like 39,000 from when I checked like 2 seconds ago, but the other few weeks ago it was like 60 something.
So do you need like dollars to have Bitcoin, or can Bitcoin literally just be its own thing? Like we never have to use cash again. I think that
like there's certain people, like I had to listen to a lot of podcasts by like well, I don't think he has his own podcast, but he was on a lot of podcasts. His name's Michael Saylor. He's like the CEO of like MicroStrategy, and they own a shit ton of Bitcoin, and he's like a Bitcoin maximalist. So he thinks that like Bitcoin is going to be the end all currency. Like everyone's going to shift to Bitcoin. But there's a lot of people that doubt if it's going to be like the end all be all currency. And like you do right now, you do need like US dollars to buy Bitcoin right now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I have no idea how it's going to end up. Like
people start paying with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Like
there's like, I mean, you obviously don't walk into a coffee shop and you're like, I'm going to pay for this in Bitcoin. But like, I think that these Bitcoin maximalists think eventually it'll get to that point.
Because I know there's ATMs now.
Yeah. I remember, my parents will never watch this, but when I was first buying fake ID, I'm mad at myself because I should have gone the route that I'm about to explain. I almost did it through Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. And I saw, again, TikTok, I saw a girl who did the same thing, and she was like buying a fake ID the first time, and I was doing it for a lot of people. And I was like, maybe I'll do it through Bitcoin because I found this like place to get it, but like they only accepted certain crypto. It was like Zcash and like Bitcoin and whatever. And I was like, I was really investigating what this was, and there was an ATM near me, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put cash in and then like have Bitcoin. And I would have had like a little bit left over.
Yeah.
And like if I did that right now, I'd probably have like 100K or something like
That would
that.
have been electric.
Yeah, and this was like back. This was like 2012.
Yeah.
No, that was 12. No, it was not 2012.
Didn't
It was like maybe like sophomore year of high school.
Okay.
Whatever year that was.
Yeah.
But Bitcoin was still not where it was right now. It was
Yeah, it's
a lot cheaper.
skyrocketed.
And if I did that back then, and because there's like you could go to the ATM and like just put cash in and get Bitcoin.
Yeah. So because there's only 20 million, or how many?
21 million.
21 million. Who decided on that number? Who's like
Satoshi.
he was just like, this is how much there's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't know why it's 21 million, but because there's a lot of other coins that have like a market cap of like 100 trillion coins, which like I think like Dogecoin for example, like I don't think they have a market cap.
Oh.
So like they can have the people who created Dogecoin, I forget who it is, but like it was a joke because like someone was criticizing them and they're like, yeah, it is a joke because I created it in 2 hours. Like it was just they basically took like everything Bitcoin was and just like gave it a new name.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. But also the thing about like crypto, I remember my professor explaining this because you have to have like a hard wallet, which is like this thing that holds your Bitcoin, but it's like not connected to the internet or whatever. And you have to like plug it in like to an account and then put in a passcode and then
so it's like a physical thing?
Yeah. And we had to learn how to like transfer funds to it.
What does it look like?
It's like a little
flash
black
drive
thing. It kind of looks like a flash drive, but has like 3 buttons on it. It's really weird. We had to learn how to like transfer money on it.
What the fuck?
I was working with one of my really good friends who's a computer science major. I was like, yeah, you got this.
Yeah.
But yeah, if someone gets that thing and it holds like all of your Bitcoin or like all of your crypto, someone can hack it.
And just take
I
your
mean,
shit.
it's not on like it's never connected to the internet, so it's like not really that hackable. But if someone finds it, it's also backed up by like 24 words that you choose, and like they have to guess like a certain amount of words or whatever to have access to it. And like if someone hacks that, then all your money's gone.
Yeah. I mean, people can do that with our money now, right?
I know.
Like with our banks.
But a lot of
Can
our
they?
banks is like insured.
Yeah.
Bitcoin's not. So
I feel like it will eventually. I feel like it's definitely just in its infancy era. I don't know. It's just it's learning.
and the crash isn't helping it. Like people just like this is not helping people believe in its cause.
I mean, it's a rocky. Like, it's not going to be an instant success. It's going to take time.
And what annoys me too is like when I had to do a report on like other like shit coins, and like I did one on. Honestly, some people aren't calling it shitcoin, but I had to do it on like Stellar Lumens. And Stellar is basically like a wallet that like it's Ripple's competitor. I don't know if you know.
I don't know any of these.
But they like mainly focus on like large transactions between like financial institutions or like banks in crypto, like using crypto. But like Stellar Lumens, for example, like are the native coin of the app Stellar, and like in order to do any transaction, you have to own Lumens. But like those ones are they're shit coins. Everyone calls them shit coins, but like that is I don't even know where I'm going with this, but like people are also criticizing that, but there's like that's experiencing momentum too, where people are like, oh shit, like
It's taking off.
Yeah.
How is there just going to be, if we ever do get to the point where it's just cryptocurrencies, is there just going to be one that everyone uses, or is there going to be a bunch of other ones?
Remember I told you I was dummy explaining this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a genie
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Psychic?
Yeah. I like the genie. I'm not a genie.
No, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see. Do you know how it would like affect distribution, because there's only the 21 million?
Oh, see, my brain works like a mile a minute. I forgot where I was going with what I was saying before, but you reminded me of where we were going. The thing that annoyed me about like the Stellar wallet and other things, like they emphasize like anyone can do this if you have internet connection and a phone or like a computer or something. And I was like, well, not everybody in the world has that. And like fiat currency is like more attainable to like people who are like rural. Like you think of like people in like the Alleghenies in West Virginia. I was watching a lot of weird videos about that. That's why that's coming down.
What is that?
Like have you ever heard of like the blue people?
No.
Oh, like the incest and like the people they like kept like interbreeding and like they turned blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're actually blue.
I think the last one died. This is so insensitive.
Blue people?
Yeah, look it up. In like Kentucky or something.
Kentucky blue people.
Yeah, Appalachia's a weird place.
I used to.
I was looking that up because it's like right near my school.
Yeah. They're really nice people though. Kentucky blue people.
No, and now I get all these TikToks about them, and they like apparently have like really like
blue
interesting culture and like
food
and stuff.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, what? And this is from what the fuck?
Do you have a way of like putting that up so if people watch this they can see the blue people?
Not really.
When you're editing.
But they're blue. I'm not.
No, they're blue. And
dude, whoa. So that was from incest?
But I was like, the reason I got to that point, like I said, my brain moves a mile a minute. Like they can't use crypto. I doubt that they're like.
It's confusing. I don't think I can use crypto.
And people who are like literally in the middle of nowhere don't have internet access. They have fiat. Like, how are they gonna use a cryptocurrency if it becomes?
Would they make a physical thing? Do you think? Like.
No.
Can you make it?
The whole point of it is that it's not physical.
Fair. That is true. It would be nice.
The only physical like thing that we actually have that's like closest to it is cash. Like, like the anonymity in it.
Yeah.
But like.
I mean, everyone uses. A lot of people use cards. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This is. I never understood. I kind of get money like we need it for trade.
We need it for everything.
Yeah, but
the whole world revolves around it.
Ugh, I hate that. We shouldn't. I want to get to a point where I don't even think it's realistic. I always think like, what is the ideal world? Like, what does your ideal world look like?
Well, the whole reason fiat was invented and like layered money became a thing is because.
What is layered money?
It's just like the way money's set up. How like fiat became fiat.
I don't know what fiat is.
Fiat is like the US dollar.
Oh, okay.
Or like the euro.
Okay.
Like you couldn't like there's a discrepancy between like trading a bag of rice for like a nice ring. Like they needed some middle entity that could like people could apply to all sorts of trade. That's why we have fiat. But like I don't really know how like people could do that with crypto. Like again,
I feel like it would just be. I'm not sure.
I'm a dummy, so I really hope someone who's really smart in this isn't watching.
It's so new. It's so new. It really is so new. I think. I feel I'm gonna fall at the wayside, and our younger generations are gonna have to.
Just be early. Don't use Robinhood to buy crypto, which
why?
James does. Use Coinbase.
Why?
Because it's better.
Why?
It just is.
Like that
was like
why?
Ingrained in my mind when I took this class. He was like, use Coinbase.
All about the Coinbase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I do have Coinbase, but I do have
Robinhood's still a good app. Just use it. Use it for like stocks. Don't use it for Bitcoin or like. Ethereum.
I do have like one, because Alex was.
And I said that I told you that, and then Alex was like, "Nee."
Alex got me on Ethereum.
Does he use Robinhood?
I don't know.
I feel like he's smart. He definitely uses Coinbase.
He probably does. I think he does. He was. He does.
Uses both of them. I don't know.
Yeah, but like 2 years ago when he made me buy Ethereum, or last year, like only Robinhood was there, so I bought.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Sometimes Coinbase is like late to adopt things. Like I don't even think they have Doge yet, but like they're getting it soon. But like if they had Dogecoin on Coinbase, like this whole time it would have been so much easier to buy it. Yeah. Or like they just got this new thing like called Internet Computer, which is like the coin of this thing called Definity, which is like supposed to be the biggest competitor of Amazon Web Services. So if you want to get on, wait, you're not supposed to give like investment advice on things.
Are you?
No.
Why not?
Because it's like insider trading or whatever.
But we don't have any insider information.
We don't.
Like, why would someone listen to what we have to
Don't listen to me, but Definity is supposed to be Amazon Web Services.
Wait, are you actually not supposed to say?
I don't think you are. Because, like, every article that I always had to read for this class was always like, don't take my advice. I'm not giving you investment advice. But, like, they were.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
We're not giving you any advice.
I told my dad, I was like, invest in Definity. It's supposed to be, like, or, like, buy the Internet Computer coin. I don't know about their coin, though, but I think Definity in general is a good idea to get.
Like, what is the difference between these big, like, companies? Or these coins? It's like, why is there so many?
I think nothing can ever be Bitcoin. So like,
is it just like what makes it good?
Ethereum is Bitcoin's biggest competitor, and if I think there's like a chart that's like the Bitcoin price in Ethereum, and it's like if it get to a certain number, then Ethereum's gonna surpass Bitcoin and like be the next run.
Because
Also, if you look at the crash that's happening right now, if you it's this like the chart matches exactly where it was in like 2017.
Really?
So like everyone knows that there's going to be a recovery, but like we just don't know when.
Fair. But they use different operating systems, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like Ethereum's.
Yeah, like the Ethereum network is different. Like Ethereum does this other thing with like smart contracts, which like I don't think I can explain that well, which I should because I had to like design like a DeFi network with one of my friends. But Bitcoin, I don't know. Bitcoin's Bitcoin. It's not Ethereum. A lot of things are like based on Ethereum, so like certain other coins use what like the Ethereum network and protocols to like function, but people don't really base everything off Bitcoin. I can't really explain it either.
Okay. This shit, like, they just need to make it more. I feel as more people understand it, it's gonna take off more.
Yeah, I need to understand it more too. Like I really need to like listen to more podcasts by like Raw Paul and other people who.
So who do you recommend to listen to learn about this stuff?
I had some pretty interesting people come in and talk to my class. Raw Paul's like he's like a billionaire, but he's like he's like pro Ethereum and pro Bitcoin. If you're gonna have like a maximalist like Michael Saylor, like he really only believes in Bitcoin, which like is fair because it's the most successful one. But
front runner.
I don't know. Or there's this one podcast. Let me look it up that we always listen to. It was like kind of like he had the same setup as you. It was like in his basement.
Yeah, in my basement.
Mm-hmm. What was it?
Cool sailboat picture.
Because I always listen to them on my iPad.
Yeah.
It says like my most recent podcast I was listening to was a Joe Rogan one.
He's so good. Been ripping through those. He had Neil deGrasse Tyson on. I'm not a fan of Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Really?
He's very.
It's just a Bitcoin podcast. That's what it is, or crypto news.
Yeah,